Hi to anyone who might be watching, I'm Annie and welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the things they don't tell you about going to uni, which I think would have been great to know before signing up for this whole thing. Now, it's about 2 o'clock here in Scotland, so we're probably going to run out of sunlight in about 2 seconds because that's how it is here. So I'm really hoping I can get through this video without having to change lighting. Now, before we start with the top 10 things that don't tell you about before you go to uni, I'd just like to say hello to anyone who's new to the channel and hello to my friends who I hope are still watching, and let's just get into it. Now, the first thing they don't tell you about going to uni is that you're going to either gain or lose weight. Now, you could be on either end of the spectrum. Personally, I lost weight because I was poor as shit, so I ended up not buying a lot of food because I didn't know how to handle my money, which is the case for a lot of us. Now, you might gain weight because you end up not spending your money right, but instead you buy really fatty things, so fast food, just microwavable food, frozen pizzas, things like that, which I know that a lot of my friends do as well. So you're either going to gain or lose weight, or you'll fluctuate between the two, but either way you're going to change your weight. The second thing they don't tell you about going to uni is that student accommodation is fucking freezing. This one's especially annoying considering we're paying unrealistic amounts of money for this shitty little house or flat, and they put on the heating about twice a day if it's controlled by the uni. The 2 times a day that they put on this heating is when no one is in the house or the flat, so in the end it's useless, it's a waste of money, and you're being scammed. Number 3, you're going to meet the most insufferable people ever, and they might just be your flatmates. Now, it's not expected that you'll be best friends with all your flatmates or you'll hate all your flatmates. However, you're more than likely to get at least one of these people living with you. The first type of person, those that complain about being broke but don't bother to get a job. Now, there's a difference between looking for a job and not coming up with any, and then there's complaining all the time and you're deciding, oh, I couldn't possibly get a job, I'm so busy. Honey, you're drinking 4 times a week and you don't go to any socials. You haven't joined a society, you're not part of any sports club. Get a job. The second type of people you might end up living with is those that don't know how to live without mummy holding their hand. Now, this could be anywhere ranging from not knowing how to fry an egg to not knowing how to clean up after themselves. This is a communal area. Stop leaving all your shit on my stuff. The third type of people you might end up living with, and I actually have experience with this, I still do, but love all my flatmates, are the international students from rich families that don't realize that you have to pay for electricity. They will leave on their lights the entire day. Those pretty little fairy lights will cost you a fortune because they never turn them off. And then finally, there's the people that leave everything in the communal areas as if they don't have a room. This is a shout out to one of my own flatmates. These people will literally leave their jackets, shoes, handbags, anything they could possibly fit in their room won't be in their room. It'll be in the kitchen or the living room. Now, this gets especially annoying when you start moving shit around to try and get stuff done and they wonder, hey, where did my stuff go? Who moved that? Me. I moved it. I can't breathe. Now, on to the fourth thing that they don't tell you before going to university. You will barely attend lectures. Maybe I'm being generalistic here, however, this is the case for me and many of my friends. It's that it's so hard to go to lectures when they're not compulsory, when there's no attendance taken, and when your bed is really warm and the student house is freezing. Is the lecture recorded? Is it too cold outside? Are you hungover? You won't be going to that lecture that's at 9 o'clock in the morning and the next one isn't until 3. As the number of lectures that you miss start to rise, you start to get this crippling sense of guilt because you're sitting at home watching Netflix, responding to your mum's text of, how's uni going? With, oh yeah, really good, but I'm so busy. Don't worry about that. I mean, there's a textbook for a reason, right? It's recorded, right? Uni's not really that important, right? Now, number 5 is that it really flies by. Now, I'm not saying this to be cheesy, like it really genuinely flies by, because you only have about 11 weeks in the first semester, Christmas exams, and then 11 other weeks, and then you have more exams and you're done. So you're really only at uni for like 7 months or something ridiculous like that, and the rest is just holidays and exams. So before you know it, you're done and you're into the next year, wondering how the hell you even passed and made it this far. Or if you're like some of my friends, you didn't pass. Now, the sixth thing they don't tell you about going to uni is that you're probably going to lose a lot of your home friends. I'm actually still friends with some people from home in high school, but the thing is, you are going to change at uni, and these people from home are either going to change with you or they won't. They'll be stuck in that little bubble of high school cliques, so they'll just stay stuck in the past, and you can't really relate to them the way you could before. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to lose some of these friendships, because they were good for you at the time, and then sometimes you realize they weren't so good for you, so leaving them behind is actually a good thing. Either way, it's bound to happen because you'll be busier, they'll have their own lives going on, and some people can make this work. I've made it work with others, but in some cases that just won't be possible, and you just have to kind of get on with it. Number 7, the tutors in your seminars can sometimes be utterly useless. Now, they don't tell you that some of these people are just master students or getting their PhD, but sometimes they're clearly not qualified to teach because they don't even know what the fuck's going on. They're just like us, just a few years ahead. In one of my French grammar classes, a tutor actually got reported by the majority of all her classes because she didn't know how to speak French. She didn't know how to speak French. She's a French tutor. Number 8. You or someone you know that, or someone you're close to, will probably end up changing courses, degrees, or programs. This is inevitable. When you ask a bunch of 18-year-olds to decide what they're going to do for the rest of their lives, some of them are bound to fuck up and realize that they didn't choose the right thing, myself included. Before going to Aberdeen Uni, where I am now, I was at Edinburgh Uni. It was probably the worst decision I've ever made in my life. I just wasn't happy. I hated the course. I got majorly depressed, and when I tried to express that to the people I considered my friends, I wasn't supported, which ended up just making everything worse, and I ended up dropping out, but not really dropping out. I kind of just hovered, didn't go to any classes, didn't drop out, got a second job just so I had something to do. So yeah, that's happened in both cases, when I was in Edinburgh, and now I have friends who are changing courses as we speak. And don't worry about it if it happens to you. It doesn't mean you've fucked up your entire life. It just means you made a mistake and you can continue on from that. You can grow from that. You can keep going. It doesn't mean your life's over like I thought it was at one point. Number 9, drugs. 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 See, when you're in high school and basically the majority of your entire life, you're told by teachers, adults, parents that the people that do drugs are like the hobos on the street, the crackheads that like try to harass you when you're walking outside the club, or basically just bums, people that just drop out of uni, never do anything with their lives again. They are wrong. See little Rupert in your economics lecture? He sells Mandy on the weekends. Angus from your philosophy seminar? Yeah, he's the one that buys the Mandy from Rupert. So basically, while I'm not condoning it, drugs are a huge part of uni culture. Not everyone does it, obviously, but a lot of people do, and you have to be prepared to meet these people. They might very well be your flatmates. One of them, at least, will be taking drugs or will experiment with drugs at some point. If you're one of those people that do want to experiment, just always be safe. Make sure you trust the source and the company you're keeping while you're on whatever drug you're on. So yeah, like I said, while I'm not going to say I'm for drugs and try to advertise it, it's always good to be safe. You can't stop people from doing these things, so you might as well make sure that they do it safely, or as safely as you can. Oh shit, it's getting really fucking dark. Number 10, What they don't tell you before you go to uni is how much you're actually going to get homesick. Now, you think this would be like a given, but when I first went to uni the first time, I really was so excited. I could not wait. I was sick of living under my mum's rules. I wanted to be my own person, set my own rules, do whatever I wanted. And yeah, you enjoy that. You have so much fun. However, there's moments where you think, oh my god, I really miss my mum or my dad or my siblings or whatever. Those moments where you're sick or you're hungover and you realize you don't know how to make your favorite dish the way your mum does, then you really realize how much you might have taken some of them, any of your family, for granted. No matter how much you get along with your flatmates, there's something about teasing and verbally abusing your siblings that's different from the banter you have with your flatmates. I mean, with your siblings, you know they can't get away. They can't leave you after you steal stuff from them. But your flatmate, they might retaliate by eating the entire tub of your Nutella. So yeah, those are the 10 things they don't tell you about going to uni. While a lot of them are a bit of a shock, it is a really good experience. It's a lot of fun. It's really stressful. You might end up a bit depressed, but seek help, seek support from your friends and family. And yeah, in the end, it is worth it, I suppose. I mean, I'm only in my second year, so I could be talking a load of shit right now. But so far, it's kind of worth it. I might change my answer once we get our results from the December exams, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you think we should be told before going to uni, anything you wish you would have been warned about, and see you next time.